Hi everybody, I'm in Sitka again, and today we're hiking the Tongass rainforest. So yeah, let's go. And here we go. Oh, salmon babies.
I mentioned to a few of you while we were waiting for the bus, but we do have a unique brown bear here called the ABC island bear. They are genetically part polar bear because about 10,000 years ago we were covered in ice. There's polar bears down here. As that ice started to melt away, brown bears started to come in. A few of them had some babies. Their ancestors live on 3 islands. So the ABC Islands, which is Admiralty, east of us, Baranof, which we're on, and Chichikov, which is north of us. These bears are the second largest species of brown bear, but they're antisocial like their polar bear counterparts. So they tend to not really want to be around anybody or each other. The only time you really see a group of them is if it's mom and her cubs. Other than that, they kind of stay to themselves. They're fat and happy around here. They're transitioning to a berry diet right now this time of year. In a few weeks, they'll start transitioning to their salmon diet. And then go back to eating sticks and stones and things to plug up their system for their torpor, which is their restless slumber for the winter. Now, why I wanted to point out this particular tree and talk about bears is this is a sign of a mama bear showing her cub how to mark its territory. Now, the way bears mark their territory is by carving off some of the bark on a tree. One will come in, mark it, and then if another bigger bear comes around and says, I want this to be my territory, then they're going to mark higher. Another thing that you might see with the yellow cedar, which this is, our native people in this area actually harvest the outer bark, and they'll come in, cut a slit in the bottom, and then peel it off, and it comes off kind of like string cheese. You only take about 30% of the tree, but they use it for underwater basket weaving and making different art projects. Very, very useful tree. A lot of our trails, the bridges and stairs and things are made out of the yellow cedar because it has a natural oil in it that is insect repellent and rot resistant. So it's a pretty good all-around tree. But yeah, got some bear shine there, but that's been there for almost as long as I've been a tour guide, so it's not super fresh. All right.
Don't step on the really cool slug.
So that is actually an invasive slug that is a very black slug.
Like that one.
Oh, that's the thing I thought was. There was a huge one on the trail. What is it? It's over the slug. European invasive slug.
Ooh,
That is so cool.
that is disgusting. Whoa.
Hey, the boys didn't pick it up.
Wow. Oh, there are plenty of them everywhere. Look at this. Actually, this will make a great picture right here. It shows the horns and everything. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, that's a big one.
That is so weird.
Yeah.
The thing from Europe?
I don't know. I presume so. Oh, here we have some dung.
Summer is on its way. Why it's cool though, there are two animals that do it. The first one is our deer. They'll come and walk off the tops when it first shoots out of the ground. So sometimes you'll see marks where it looks like somebody bit it and you put all the leaves together and how the purple bite, and that's from our deer. The other animal that eats it are our bears. So I mentioned that they'll eat moss and grass and things in the summer to plug up their system for their sleep throughout the winter. And you can imagine with all of that sitting in your stomach for months on end, it's very difficult to go to the bathroom when you wake up in the springtime. So they dig up the roots when it comes out of the ground, and it acts as a laxative for them. So in a fully grown bear, so 1,200 pounds, it works in about 20 minutes. So within about a quarter-mile radius of that plant dug up, you'll expect to find some runny bear scabs. Would not recommend eating it for because if you're going to eat it, it's going to just tear up your insides. It's not going to be a good time. This big leaf plant right here. Yeah.
Does it smell?
It does smell like skunk. So there is this pickly little green thing that looks like a pokey pickle that when the sunlight hits it produces this skunky aroma. So that's how it gets its name. And it is pollinated by flies. So that helps give it that extra stinkiness. But definitely don't want to make a side salad out of it. You can use it to like wrap fish and things like a tin foil. None of the badness in it transfers over to what you're using it with. You just don't want to eat it on the side. It's also a really great addition to a survival shelter roof because it has this waxy property to it and creates kind of a watertight seal. So, lots of different uses for it. Just don't want to eat it. Won't be a good food.
I was up there and then I took a picture of the slug and then I...
Did you see that black one?
When we first got on the trail. And I got
Unique landscape, yeah.
They're very deceiving. Sometimes you can step into them and only go down to your ankle. Sometimes you might go over your head.
Whoa.
It's you never really know. So when you are hiking through the muskeg, you always want to try and stay closer to where the trees are because it's much more solid ground. You definitely want to stay away from the muddy areas. But that being said, during hunting season, the deer like to hang up out here because they know it's a lot harder to get to them. Now, cool thing about the muskeg, I mentioned kind of that it was lacking in nutrients in the soil. So if you take a look at all the trees and bushes around, you'll notice all the greenery is right at top. Nothing's down further. And it kind of looks like a wildfire or something went through. It's actually just because there's not enough nutrients in the soil. So as things grow, all the nutrients go to the new growth up at the top, and everything else starts to die back. So they're half alive, half dead. But you'll notice nothing really grows very tall up there, just because those nutrients aren't in the soil.
Goodness. This is very interesting. Unique landscape. Yeah, I like it. Photo. Oh, water lilies. Are these water lilies or something different maybe? I don't know. Walk on with hope in your heart and you will never walk alone. I like that. Beautiful. Oh, check it out. Okay, I just have to get a picture of it.
Is that bear poop?
Yep, gotta get a picture of it. It's fresh.
Usually the first couple berries that pop up are sandberries. Those are sandberries. And when we get in the next stretch, point those out a little bit more. I do want to point out this plant that's grown all along the boardwalk though. This is called Hudson Bay tea. Very popular harvestable here in Sitka. Makes a pretty good tea. It's really good for you. Helps give you some good vitamins and things. It's
Which one has the little red berries on it?
no, this one right here that's got kind of the pokey leaves. So this one right here. No, not that one. This one right here.
There's a very pleasant smell in there. What is
Yeah.
that?
In the air,
Yeah, like I mean, I smell something.
it's just the muskeg.
Okay.
It's there's so many different small growing plants in here. It just kind of permeates.
Yeah, 'cause
Gives
it's-
a really lovely,
Yeah,
fresh smell.
Yeah.
yeah, it's great. Be careful over there. There's like a hump. But I nearly got stuck there. Yeah.
And you didn't end up in the mud.
Look at that tree over there with the green, the brown, and the yellow. Yeah.
Where are you from?
South Africa.
I could tell your accent.
And you?
From Sacramento, California.
Oh, I love California. It's beautiful there. I've been to a few places in California, not to Sacramento though.
Where'd you go?
Oh, I'm gonna have to check my my traveling logs, but I believe San Francisco is in California,
Yeah, a couple of hours.
but a few places around there. I don't know, maybe you can name them. I can't remember off the top of my head. You know, the places that, well, I went where the ship's going, so we went to this one island. I can't remember what it was called. Yes. And then also other cities surrounding or close by San Francisco. Hello. How are you doing?
You
Good, thank you.
enjoying it?
Loving it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, the deadliest plants if you're a mosquito. Can you believe it? Did you know that plants could kill mosquitoes?
What?
Plants, yeah. I did not know that.
Whereas the blueberries are a bit bigger and that solid dark blue. These ones tend to be a little bit more on the tart side, although with the amount of rain that we've had lately, I've picked quite a few over the last few days that were surprisingly
Blueberries?
sweet. These are the blue huckleberries.
Really?
Huh.
Is that hard?
Oh, look at it. Yeah.
Usually you dry it out.
Cool.
These ones are a little bit. They get a little.
Oh, they're sour. Whoa.
No tart.
Whoa.
You'll see them get decent size, but not hard.
The candy.
Sour.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Crazy. There must be berries close by here.
The poop that was off of the boardwalk,
Yeah, we saw that.
You can tell that they've actually been eating the berries because of the color.
It's fascinating that an animal of that size can pick these small little berries off a tree, right?
I know.
Blue and sea because they're eating the salmon berries and the blueberries.
You have the moss that's on the ground that's kind of reddish. Why does that turn red?
That is a good question. I don't know if I actually know the answer to. I know we have about 13 different species of moss here, and our soil makeup is very different because we have an island of a volcanic field, so everything is growing on top of acidic volcanic ash that's iron rich. So a lot of times that leads to things being a bit redder. Now we're gonna get to see it.
Such a acid that you can go hiking and sit out.
Do you like them? What's your name?
Declan.
Hello, Declan. Nice to meet you. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Moral of the understory.
It smells amazing. Yeah. But there's a very unique smell in the air.
Yeah,
Like, I love it. I don't even know how to describe it. How would you describe that smell?
Like somebody who's camping but is far away and the logs are kind of like smoldering maybe.
Yeah. What's that? In the tree over there. Looks like a type of mushroom thing growing.
Yeah, look at that.
Growing on the...
Going out of the side of the log. It was so pretty.
Yeah.
Where do you see it?
Right there, look.
Right over there.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
No.
No. No mushrooms in the wild.
Group of people in Poland living out. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So even we know it was in Germany, right? So they knew their mushrooms. And then the Chinese went out the next day. They didn't know what they were doing. They all ended in the hospital.
Oh, of course, they can easily kill you. So many poisonous. My goodness, look at this. It's like a whole tree. Sure.
Alright guys, so on this dead tree here we have a fungus growing called bear bread. It's also known as artist conch, which that term makes a little more sense to me than bear bread because the bear don't eat it. Artist conch makes sense though because it can get quite large and artists in the area will actually come harvest it. You can dry it out and paint on it like canvas, or that white underbelly is very thin and you can etch into it and then dry it out. I've seen some really amazing etchings done in the bear bread, but it only grows on dead and
It's a fungus.
If this tree were to fall over, that bear bread would actually right itself, so the white part is always facing down.
Oh,
It's a pretty interesting fungus.
So you can't eat it?
No.
I've never known anybody to eat it. I don't know I've never heard that you can't eat it, but it's pretty tough.
Because it looks like a giant mushroom with a little butter and garlic.
They dry it out and they etch on it.
I thought it was some type of mushroom. Okay, well, mushroom is also a fungus, right?
Yeah.
So that's...
Oh, look at this big one.
What's that?
Did we say we're not supposed to pick them? Where are you visiting from?
Me? I work on the ship.
You where?
I work on the ship, yeah.
Are you a chef?
No, I'm the media manager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not for long.
Oh,
Getting off in a month and I'm done. Yeah.
contractor.
Yeah, well, I'm done with ships.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're done?
Yep.
But hasn't it been a blessing?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
It was great. Now it's time to move on.
Was it?
3 years.
That's pretty cool. I thought it would be interesting to try to do that with the cruise ships. I'd be the Canadian on board.
Um,
So they are either red or orange. Yeah. So these are
Ah.
salmon berries. They're kind of at the tail end of their life cycle. They started coming out about a week and a half ago. They're not doing so well this year because of
whoa, whoa, whoa.
the excess amount of rain. They're tending to be in a bit
That's all I
more
need you to
watery
do is go down
parts.
there.
My favorite ones are the red ones. When they've been sun-kissed for a few days, they get this dark, deep red wine.
Careful, it's a drop down there. Don't go too close.
Sweetest, most delicious berries. We're not really seeing them this year though because of the lack of sunshine. But the salmonberry is part of the raspberry family, same as the blackberries and things. But they have this cool three-pronged leaf that when you peel back the top, you're left with a little butterfly. Yeah. So in middle school, when boys are trying to pick up their first girlfriend, they'll take them berry picking, and then they'll be like, "There you are." It works one time. They get their first girlfriend by doing it, and then it never works again. But
Look at the red one.
yeah, the best ones are always the hardest to get to.
Yeah.
They're always super high up. I would hold off on them. If I see some good ones, I will point them out. I'm not seeing
Careful.
After we pulled it off the tree.
I've had two heartburn. I'm ready for it. The orange one.
So on this bush here, we have our local blueberry. And like I was telling you earlier about the huckleberries, these don't have that kind of light colored film on them. They get a little bit bigger. These tend to be a little bit more on the sweet side, but they still are a little bit tart.
Oh, there are quite a few over there.
So show you the difference between the huckleberry and the blueberry here.
Ah, okay.
So blueberry, blue huckleberry. Yeah.
Okay.
But they're both edible, right?
Both edible.
is it?
Yep.
Tart?
That one tart. How about that one?
That one's more sour.
Little more sweet, but
Which one
still a
was
little
better?
tart.
The first one or the second one? The redder one?
We get this huckleberry thing.
And the mushroom is well
Did everybody catch up?
Yeah, she's.
Yeah.
We're praying the whole way. Lord Jesus.
There are plenty of them over there. Nice big ones too.
Yeah.
Would you mind taking a picture of me with the background like this?
So, you want it to
Yeah,
landscape?
yes.
Make sure I put my finger on it. All right, there you go.
Thank you so much.
I got about 4 of them. So
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
no problem. That's the idea of this walk. You'll enjoy it.
Yep, it was really enjoyable. Very different landscape. I like to see and experience, you know, new things. And I've been on quite a few hikes in Alaska now, but that's like muddy area. I don't know what you call it. She's got a word for it, but I can't remember what she said.
What ship are you on?
Westerdam,
What's for them?
yes. And you?
Yes, that one.
Yeah. Brown bears are active. Okay. It would be so cool to see one. Are they seeing something? Wow, so many of them. Look at this.
I worked at Walt Disney World for a little while. I was down there just helping. It was a look. 99% of it was amazing. 1%.
Does this have one?
about a little under halfway, but roughly.
Is it a loop or are we
Yeah, we're
backtrack?
gonna loop.
Oh,
So
nice.
We're gonna go finish up on the boardwalk. We'll hit the Mosquito Cove Trail, and then we'll go across
Nice.
the bridge and over to Old Sitka. So,
Okay,
yeah.
great.
Yeah. All right. I do want to point out this plant, though, because we're going to see a bit more of it along the trail. I would recommend not touching it, though. It is one of our 2 do not touch me plants, and it's only do not touch me for about 20% of people. And I'd hate for people to find out on vacation whether they're allergic to it or not. I am not, so I'm going to demonstrate. Do not do as I do, just do as I say. What people are reacting to on this plant is the oil that's on the stalk. So it is UV activated, so on a nice sunny day when that oil gets on your skin, if you're a part of that 20% of people, it's going to create anywhere from a light rash to 3rd-degree burn.
Whoa.
Yeah, it varies quite dramatically. I don't have a problem with it. It grows in my yard. I go out in shorts and weed whack it all the time. Now, my housemate, he is extremely reactive to it and gets the 3rd-degree burns. I have a friend who just gets a light rash, so it's very...
Okay.
What's it called?
It is called Indian celery.
And it's that one?
Yes, this big one. We're going to see it a little bit more along the boardwalk, and then we won't see it. But,
Don't eat it.
Don't touch
uh,
it. Don't touch it.
Don't
yeah.
touch it.
Some
don't eat
people
it.
say that it's edible. I've heard of a few bus drivers in several communities fibbing and saying that the natives will roll it in sugar and eat it. And I've lived here for 31 years, and I don't know anybody who does that. So if somebody tells you they roll it in sugar and eat it, don't believe
They don't like you.
it. They're trying to pull your leg.
Yeah.
Is it still flashing?
Yes.
Perfect.
Whoa. Down in the, I was like,
It's this one right here, Dorothy.
I was pulling up the end of the
for a long time.
The rest of the burn.
Oh, really? Look at the mosquitoes. They're huge. Where's the mosquito?
You doing well? You good?
I'm doing okay. Thank
Perfect.
You. Thank you.
So many of
You're
them.
watching out for me.
Check it out. It's everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at this side.
Yeah. Just don't fall over.
Banana slug on the boardwalk, guys.
Ah.
This is the mint chocolate chip variety. They also come in vanilla and pistachio. I would not recommend eating them though because they have a slime that has a novocaine property to it. So if you put it in your mouth, it's going to be like going to the dentist. Your mouth's going to go a little bit numb. It is their defense mechanism against predators, so nothing eats these guys. Typically you think slugs, bad, eat in my garden. Here we actually really like our banana slugs because they're responsible for replanting about 1/3 of our forest.
Oh, wow.
Slime is super awesome because not only because of that novocaine property, but it gets stickier the wetter it is. And in the rainforest, that's very useful. So as they go along eating the dead and decaying things, they're picking up seeds and spores. Would you like to hold it?
Yeah, go for it, Dave.
How come it's
But
brown on the
they're
pot?
picking up seeds and spores and planting them down with that slime, and it acts as a cement. So when it rains, the stuff doesn't wash away. So that helps fertilize and make the new stuff grow.
It's not completely black.
Nope, not
There
completely
was
black. Those
black
black
ones.
ones are invasive. Yeah.
The black ones are no good.
Can I scoot by you? I want to hold it.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I'll hold it.
Touch it if you
I
want.
want to hold it.
So are they used pharmaceutically?
Not so much to my knowledge. Now, the
disgusting.
Tlingit people in this area did used to use them for medical
He looks like
purposes.
he has a mustache.
So toothaches, or if you had open wounds, you could.
It feels very weird when it walks on your
hand.
hand.
Pain and close up the.
It's a very weird
wound.
feeling. You have to feel it.
What's that part of him?
Let's do the head. Yeah.
Look at how long he is in the back.
Yeah.
Did you put him on your hand, Declan, so I can take a picture? No.
You have to
didn't want
feel it. You have to feel
Oh my
it.
gosh.
Ooh, gross. Look at that.
Oh, you're brave.
Is that the back end of him?
Yeah,
That's the back end. That's the head.
Right, turn this way. Turn this way. Oh, right there, Mom.
That is a
Go on, you do too.
Hi, Mr. Sitka. Say hi, Mr. Sitka.
good
You
job.
have to feel it when they walk on you like that.
Our docent here.
Now, that slime, if you were to try and wash your hands off, it's just going to spread that slime around. If you let it sit for about 10 minutes or so, it's going to peel off like Elmer's glue.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, because
Now,
it's
see,
very
this
snotty
hole
right
here
now.
is opening up, and that's actually where they breathe as well as where they mate. So banana slugs are hermaphrodites, so they have both male and female sex organs, so they don't need a partner to mate, but they do.
Okay.
Oh
But
my God.
it's starting to get a little stressed out because it's producing a little bit more slime, so I'm gonna go ahead and put him down.
Don't rub it.
It is when it moves on you, it's a very peculiar feeling. Yeah, it's like
Yep, let it dry and then peel it off.
okay. Don't lick your fingers.
Yep, don't lick your fingers. Berries with the other hand. Dorothy, on one? Yes. I wouldn't do that one. It looks like it's got a little bit of rot. Oh yeah. This area usually gets some pretty good ones, especially once we get a little bit of that sunshine, because they just help bring out the finishing touches.
Ah, good. Taste them.
You've been touching the slug.
Yeah, I don't want to put anything in my mouth. No, I don't want to.
Don't want to chance it.
All right, we got to get going, everybody.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, I know, huh?
We got to pick it up a little bit. Stick to the group. Thank you.
Are you the back end?
I should be.
Part of the tour.
I am, but I should be the last one. But we have to get back to the shipping time too, so we have to pick up the pace a little bit. I wish we could see a bear.
Actually aren't native to Sitka. They were brought in by the Russians.
Ah,
Kind of hiding beneath the branches here. But they're not native to the island. Back in the late 1700s, the Russians came to this area for looking for money or ways to make money, and they found otter and beaver. They started making fur, tanning them for furs and things. And to increase that business, they brought over mink and marten and red foxes. And then to feed them, they brought in the squirrels. We don't have foxes anymore; those were all kept in farms. But the mink and the marten and the squirrels run the ranch.
In a bad way or no?
I
mean, do they have like a season on them or anything?
Not really. The squirrels are the only ones that really cause any problem. They like to live in my roof.
We all know about that.
Rats with good PR.
Oh yeah, my husband said,
Yep.
furry too.
But they don't get very big. They're only about yay big here, so but they definitely are all over the place. So I do want to point out the area that we are in. This is a tidal estuary, which essentially just means it's an area next to the water where sometimes the salt water will come up and cover it, and sometimes it doesn't. There's those are to stop birds from coming in here and pooping. Yeah. But very common to see a ton of birds in here, especially this time of year. I've seen a few of them flutter by as we've gone along. Sometimes you can see eagles sitting in the trees, so if you see a little white spot, that's probably the head of a bald eagle. It's a little bit early though, because the salmon haven't quite started going up the Stargavin River yet. But here, probably in about 3 weeks, you'll have a ton of salmon in that river we crossed, and all the eagles will be in here. This is where people have been seeing the bear, and you can actually see where it's matted down here. That's areas where they've been walking.
Oh.
Yep.
What's Sitka's main moneymaker? What are your
Healthcare.
jobs? Tell me about that.
So we have a regional hospital here. It supplies about 1/3 of the jobs in town, and they're actually building a new facility right now. So it's with our winters being much more moderate, we don't get a ton of snow. It's easier for those medevacs to get in and out of here from all the surrounding communities. And we're pretty much about 500 air miles from Seattle and 500 air miles from Anchorage. So a very easy central spot to get anywhere else in. Healthcare is number one, followed by construction right now because building the new hospital, building the new road. Tourism is some years it's the third and fourth positions. Tourism small business is a little better the last couple of years. We fish for this price from all 5 types of salmon,
Look at those. Yeah. Some good ones down there.
all right, shall we continue on a little bit? We actually have a restaurant stop here. We go. I like to stop at this one because it's a little bit nicer.
Oh, I saw these in Skagway.
There's been bear in the area.
Those are pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it lets people know that there's been bear. All right, if anybody would like to restroom break, this outhouse is a little bit nicer than the next one. So
Why is this mean?
that means
See, so 3 days ago they saw a bear, so in a cub. All right.
Here we go.
Look how beautiful these are.
Are we almost there
We
yet?
saw a bus drive by and we go, why were you on that?
Well, this reminds me of when we were in Hawaii. Ashley and I took that hiking one where it took us through all these trails and showed us what fruit they had.
I did that.
No, he said, okay, we have time if I can go down.
Am I recording? Yes. Just checking. Okay. Bayside loop. Okay. What are you seeing?
A nice red berry.
Oh,
Tell him, get that one for me. No, he says I don't love you. Because I can't bend over like that.
I can, but I'll go like this. I'll be right in all that little.
Oh, you did?
Oh, you got that? You can see that small?
Yeah.
I should have washed my hands when we were at the toilets. Stupid, because now I don't want to touch anything because the slime might knock me out. Oh, look. I'm just saying, I should have washed my hands to get the slug stuff off. Oh, it's freezing cold. Okay, let's wash it properly. Yeah. I want to make sure I get all of that stuff off my hands.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to knock myself out. Novocaine.
But it's actually the most medicinal plant in our forest. So you can use it to heal yourself after it's damaged you. So each of those thorns has microscopic barbs that go the opposite direction. So when they're in you like fish hooks. It is not fun. When you grow up here, you have at least one story of falling into it, stepping into it, something in your youth, and you try to never do it again. I stepped into a small batch of it in my backyard, which is the forest. I had some sandals on when I was about 5 years old. Had 2 of those thorns in my heel. My mom spent about 3 hours trying to get them out. I think she was more bruised by the time than I was.
What is it called again?
Devil's Club.
Okay.
And it's part of the ginseng family, so it's got amazing medical properties to it. Now, what people mainly harvest from it is the inner bark. So when you first cut this branch off, it's going to be a light lime green, and this outer bark peels off kind of like string cheese. So you get it started with a knife, have some thick gloves on, and then you just peel it off, and then you're left with that bright lime bark. And then you'll chop it up and boil it down, and most people make a salve out of it. And it's kind of a cross between Bengay and Neosporin. And that usnea, the hanging lichen from the trees, gets mixed in with it a lot of times too, so it adds some extra goodness to it. I use it almost daily for one reason or another, whether it's cuts, burns, aching joints. It's good on fresh new tattoos, helps them heal a lot quicker.
You make your own?
I don't make it. I have a couple of friends that do though, so I'm like, here, take my money. There's a shop in town too, a soap company that makes it locally, and theirs does have that usnea in it as well. But super, super awesome plant. Lots of things you can do with it. The other thing that's kind of common is, I'm not seeing any of the berry stalks quite yet off of this one here. It's starting to start, but it produces this little red berry that people actually will mash up and put in their shampoo, and it helps with hair growth. Yeah. So for the fellas that are starting to bald a little bit, put some of that in your shampoo.
The company that makes that?
The Winter Song Soap Company, or the shampoo. I'm not sure if anybody knows what's that. The salve they do, they make a tea out of it. It's really good for food. Fantastic. Winter Song Soap Company. And they do shit. For the salve, the double soap salve, it has good.
But I wonder if it's a company that's going to
They're right bite of land is called a mosquito bite, or a small fleet of ships is called a mosquito fleet. So the original Russian fort was where we're going to end our tour today, and they had a small fleet. So the mosquito fleet was here, hence Mosquito Cove. Not because
We were thinking it's because of mosquitoes.
Another bear sighting, yeah,
really not, you haven't really
on the
noticed.
13th.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Enjoy your hike.
Oh, look.
You came out of Seattle?
I'm sure somebody would move out of the beach.
Do people really hike up here with food and grill it?
Somebody's got to feed bears.
So I talked about the cedar a little bit. From right here you can see our Sitka spruce, which is this big one right here. You can see right here. They grow almost perfectly straight and perfectly round. And that goes back to how everything in our forest is growing very slow because it's on top of that volcanic ash. It kind of slows down the growth rate. If you were to cut any of our spruces in half, each of those years of growth, the rings, are going to be almost identically the same space. In some areas, you'll notice that growth accelerates some years and shortens during other periods of the year and things based on climate and weather and all sorts of different things. Ours, very, very uniform. So there are a couple of companies that actually are allotted a few of the spruce trees every year from this island because of that. That is some hemlocks. Pines. That is red alder, looks like. But
No, you can't put that on shit.
the companies that get the trees from here are high-end music companies for the most part. So Steinway, Gibson Guitar, they make their high-end soundboards for their more expensive instruments out of Sitka spruce because that grain being so uniform creates a very unmatched sound quality. So we actually had the first grand piano on the West Coast here, and it was a Steinway because of the Sitka spruce. Yeah. But the spruce makes up about 20% of the forest. We also have our
People out there on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get mixed up with our group.
Oh, see the salmon. Where's the other lady? Is she? Oh, she's there. Okay. Watch out for these.
Yeah.
Luckily, my head is just going down.
Careful. Oh, this is epic.
Wait, wait. Get back.
One more?
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
This is cool, right? Look at the split here. Oh, careful.
Yep. Thank you.
Oh, look at this. Wow. It's very smooth. It actually feels like bamboo, which is kind of weird because... Ah. Oh yeah, okay. Oh dear. This is gonna take some time. Look at this. Wow. I've never seen anything like this in my life before. This is what a tree looks like, you know? That's special. Reminds me of my tattoo. That's what the whole rubber tree gig is all about anyways. Okay. Good. Okay. Oh, perfect.
It means we need to stop and stay on more.
Oh, this is a good time to take my jacket off. the weather changes like in 5 seconds flat. It goes from being really cold to extremely humid. I don't know why it does that. And when I say cold, I mean like wearing gloves cold to just wanting to be in a t-shirt, nothing else. I mean, my sunglasses are completely fogging up right now. I don't know what's causing that.
Mom, come here. It's a baby crab. It's dead. But it's still pretty whole.
Welcome to the Alaskan beach, guys. A little bit different than what you might be used to. Yeah, very different than Miami Beach and California beaches. This is considered on a day like yesterday where we hit kind of high 50s, low 60s. We got everything loaded out on the beach. We only have one true sand beach that's on the road system. We call it Sand Beach. We are very original how we name things here in Sitka. Usually if it looks like something, tastes like something, or smells like something, that's how it got its name. I mean, split cabbage, sandy beach, salmon berries, like very, very original. You might find some shore crabs if you pop open some of these rocks I found on right here. So a cool little shore crab there. Yep, he's alive.
Okay.
Doesn't have pinchers that are quite big enough to really do any harm, but they like to hang out under the rocks all along the beach.
A crab.
Now let's see. This is a male. And actually, I'm sorry, a female. And how I know that is the underside of their belly. The males have this kind of triangle where the females are more rounded.
Oh.
But, yep. So I'll put her back down underneath the rock here.
The mic for the thrower?
Oh my gosh. Oh, I got you.
Yep, right there.
I got this for you.
Not really. Not really. Usually the bigger the rock is.
This might make a good short film. Alaskan. Ooh. It's difficult getting nice short videos with so many people talking in the background the whole time. But let's do the best that we can with what we have. Wait, the lighting is terrible.
And my former husband was like, "Oh, the sun is out." I was like, "What are you talking about? It's gray." And he started laughing because he grew up in Ohio, so they had this gloomy kind of weather.
Okay.
So I was laughing. I'm like, "Yeah, I've never experienced that in my life."
Yeah, I find weather like this extremely difficult. I need sun. I mean, if you're from Africa, you need the heat and the sun. That's it.
I know it's 110 at home.
And you know, rain for us, it's like it builds up. You know, the heat, and then it's a thunderstorm, and you walk around, in a t-shirt and shorts when it's raining. It's not cold, and you know, the cold doesn't go through your bones like it does in these cold parts of the world.
I've never experienced cold like the Highlands before. And
Yes, I know it. It blows straight through you, right? Yeah.
Good experience. We went during winter.
Yeah, it's like when I was in Iceland. I think that was also a cold that I wasn't ready for. But the most amazing experience was just before 2 a.m. in the morning. It was sunset. And 10 minutes after that, sunrise. You stand there, you watch the sun go down, you just wait, you just stand there and wait, and it comes up again. And the colors change. It does sunset colors and then morning colors.
Beautiful.
Hello.
Whoa.
So protective of that. You know, then you tell the story about they've done that Marines and everything. So if you knew that, you these times,
No, we got a day early, and then I'm heading back. We're going to be gone for like 10 days, I think, total, so it's like a lot. And it is, you know, our kids are like adults, but we have not left them for that long. We've done weekends before, but like, yeah. I have 2 dogs, so it's like, hopefully you guys are brave. No, I know.
That's
Yeah,
a
the
whole
whole time
bunch
yesterday,
of
someone
power.
feels like someone else is not handling, like doing enough work around the house. Or whatever. It's like you're married. So back into mom and dad. Right. You know we're on a cruise. Yeah, figure this out. And then finally I was like, I don't care what the kitchen looks like. Just keep the house standing. Yeah, just don't worry. Yeah, we're back. Are you going on to the week?
Got a little bit of time before our bus gets
Yeah,
here.
so you could. She was counting next to Jared.
I'm gonna go back.
All right, guys. So this is Old Sitka. The name of the fort that was here was St. Michael. My Russian's pretty rusty, so I'm not going to try and butcher the Russian pronunciation of that. But this is where the Russians landed in 1798, I believe it was. So way, way long ago. They had the fort here. They started building it in 1798. In 1802, though, by then, tensions with the local peoples kind of were on the rise. At first, got along fine. We're not bothering you. You're not bothering us. And then some disagreements happened. And there was a group of 2 hunters that left the fort to go out and catch some deer. And while they were gone, a Tlingit battle force raided the fort and they burned the whole place down and slaughtered everybody. So 2 survivors. They came back to find their home burnt to a crisp. Managed to get on board one of the boats that they had and went north to another community where another Russian settlement was and conveyed the message. Now, in the early 1800s, Alexander Baranov was at the head of the Russian trading company, a Russian-American company, and he realized, just like the Tlinkits did, that Sitka had a unique position, being on the outside coast, having more temperate winters. He was like, this is where we need our foothold to be. So over the course of 2 years, they put together a armada to come back and reclaim Sitka. When they did, they had gone downtown to where Totem Park is now. That's where the Tlinkits had built their fort. They had this armada of 3 ships and a army of Russian soldiers and Aleut warriors from the Aleutian chain that they had brought with them. Over the course of about 7 days, the Battle of 1804 happened. It was more of a stalemate than anything. The Russians weren't able to infiltrate the fort. Their cannon fire was bouncing off of the double-plated cedar walls. The Tlinkits were essentially fighting in guerrilla warfare style, so like what they were doing in Vietnam, Tlingit people were doing here in the early 1800s. And the Russians just did not know how to handle it. So they couldn't infiltrate the fort, but the Tlingit people weren't prepared to be stuck in their fort for a week, so their food source was running low. So in the middle of the night, after the 7th day, they decided to abandon the fort, go somewhere else, so they didn't starve to death, essentially. And they're like, you know, you can have the area for a bit. About 10 years passed by, and then they came back in, kind of rekindled a little bit of a relationship, and for the most part lived symbiotically until the transfer of Alaska in 1860. No, it's either 65 or 85. I get my dates mixed up. Late 1800s. Now, you have to remember, though, that the Tlingit people had lived in this area for generations. And they had a very extensive trading network all the way up and down the West Coast, trading all the way down to California. So, very extensive culture, matriarchal society. So, the women were the heads of the household. Your family name came from your mother, not your father. That sort of thing. And when the Russians came in, all they saw were primitive people because they didn't look and dress the same way. But in reality, they were just as sophisticated as the people of Europe. Now, as time went on, the United States came in, tensions kind of started to rise again, and it wasn't so much because the Tlingit people weren't capable, it's because they were being forced out of the trading. Because when the Russians were here, you had a very intense trading network with not only the Tlingit people and the Russians, but also the British, the Spanish, and the Americans were all trading here. The Russians had made Sitka, which at that time they called New Archangel, into the hub of the trading network on the West Coast. So they were bringing people from all over the world to Sitka to wine and dine them. Their marketing teams were amazing. They called it the Paris of the Pacific, even though it was just a boardwalk town, like a Wild West town. It wasn't anything special, but their marketing teams made it special. So the aristocrats of the world were coming here to wine and dine, hence why we had the first grand piano on the West Coast. And it was just kind of a booming town at that point. And then as the Russians started to leave, the trading went down, the economy completely changed, and things kind of dissipated for a while. Until about the early 1950s, when after World War II, the Japanese actually invested in Sitka and built a pulp and sawmill. And that was actually our big economic boom post the Russian heyday, essentially.
Okay.
And that lasted until about 1993. So our population has kind of gone up and down over the years, but we occasionally get booms and we drop down as things change. And now we're just here and we're happy to enjoy being on a peaceful little island town. Most of the time living on that island time. Island life. Yep.
And the indigenous people kind of just mixed in.
Yep, we actually have one of the larger native populations in the state as far as big towns concerned. About 40% of our population is Native Alaskan, mostly Tlingit, but we have a lot of people from up north because of that regional high school. A lot of people end up staying in Sitka or coming back to Sitka. Like my best friend, who I've known him since kindergarten, he ended up going to that school because he wanted to meet somebody he wasn't related to. And ended up meeting his wife there, who's from a village up on the YK Delta, which is the end of the Yukon River, essentially. And so they met in high school, and then about 8 years later, kind of reconnected, and she ended up moving down here, and now they have a beautiful little 3-year-old who's my goddaughter.
Oh, cute.
So, mixture of Tlingit and Nupiaq. So, and there is Maxine with our shuttle bus.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for an excellent tour.
That was great.